Alright guys, so we took a road trip recently, and on the way we got a flat tire, which luckily I had actually purchased a new spare tire since the other one was 8 years old for the vehicle, my wife's vehicle. But while I was changing out the spare tire, I realized that there was some more stuff that could have been that I could have had to be more prepared. So this little road kit comes in the vehicle, emergency road kit. I've upgraded it over the years. Now, what I plan on doing is just going through it and adding a little bit more stuff in there. Normally it comes with a pair of jumper cables, a couple screwdrivers, flashlight, a funnel for your gas, a poncho, and an emergency blanket. And it comes with these emergency road triangles for visibility at night. Now I've added in a pair of channel locks, crescent wrench, that goes in there. So what I've added today is some zip ties. Oh, it also comes with this battery terminal cleaner. So zip ties, a little multi-tool, headlamp, pocket knife. And what I'm doing now is, and this is an idea. Now, usually the car comes with spare fuses, but I'm throwing in an extra one, plus a few splices, and then the fuse pullers. And this is just building onto an idea that my buddy had given me a while back, buddy Will. That way, if you have to splice any wires, you're able to. Got a couple wire nuts. Now these are some spare Phillips screws used for like fender liners. So if your fender liner pops off or something, you can either zip tie it on or screw it back on. But we'll go ahead and throw all these in there. A couple heat shrinks. And since I'm throwing in some heat shrink, I'm gonna obviously have a lighter too. We'll put the lighter in there. And a few wire taps. And this mainly is just for aftermarket accessories. I got some, cameras in there that are running on hardwire kit. So for whatever reason that blows out or something, or that wire goes bad, I can just re-tap it if I need to. Now I do have a toolkit already in the vehicle that comes without. I'll show that to y'all later on whenever I pull it back out, because I've already put it all up. So that'll go in there like that. But in that toolkit I keep screwdrivers, picks, a little mini pry bar, little trim tool, so that way if you have to pop anything off. Some of these modern SUVs, you have to pull the bumper trim panel off to get to the access to the spare tire keyhole. So now on the spare tire tool itself, it's got a flat blade end where you can pop off, the center caps and stuff, and pop off that trim panel. But eventually you're going to mar it up. So I threw one in there, a little trim tool. It's a plastic one, so that way you don't tear the plastic or the paint. So it's got that in there. It's got a metric socket set, 3/8. So I got a ratchet. I got some reducers, step up and step down reducers and adapters to go to a 1/4 inch. And then just common size wrenches, and an adjustable wrench, which I already have one here too as well, and your basic plier set. And I got all of that from Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh. All of it's Pittsburgh pretty much. just to stay in the budget, because it just stays in the car. It's for emergency use only. I'm not doing like any extensive repairs. Same thing with these tools. They're nothing special. These are extras, so I'm throwing whatever extra I have in there, and that's the whole goal. So all I have left here now that I want to throw in is some gloves. And then always good to have a little first aid kit, and I'll keep a extensive first aid kit in the back trunk, but that's always there. We'll leave that there for that. And for the flashlight, I'm gonna get a battery holder, throw the batteries, some lithium batteries in there. Lithium batteries stay a lot longer. You don't have to worry about them corroding as regular regular batteries. So we'll get that. So let's see what kind of gloves we got here. So I got a spare pack of Huskies, a pair of Huskies. We'll throw that in there. Changing tires, doing kind of repairs. You want something a little bit, especially during the winter too. These will keep you a little bit better. And keep your hands warmer. Now here's my thing. When it comes to road trips, so I'm gonna get one, two. So I got 2 pairs, and that should be good enough. Anytime I use this kit, anytime I do some sort of repair on the road, if there's something that I had to use, I automatically bring this kit back in as soon as I get home, or if I'm on the road and I haven't made it back home, if I was going there, then I would replace it while I'm in whatever area I'm in, okay? You don't want to be still traveling and not have something that you really need, okay? So like, and then especially like at night, you don't want to be fumbling around looking for stuff in the dark, and come to find out that you don't have it at all. So all right, so put the jumper cables back in. Again, I have a jumper pack in the car as well. I charged that up before I left, but again, jumper cables, they have their uses as well too. Sometimes you just need to charge the other person's vehicle up, where that jumper pack is just made for jumping the vehicle, not necessarily charging it back up to where they can start their vehicle. So that's where these come in really well. Okay. So this thing is set. And then when I get time, I'll go over the contents of the back of the vehicle, so that way y'all can see what else I carry in there. Normally it's like shovels and stuff, and also need to get my tarp back out of the back of my truck. I pulled it out so that way I can clean it off. I keep a tarp in the vehicle. You can keep them in those gallon-sized bags where you don't need a big tarp. You just need something to lay on to get underneath if you're in a truck or SUV. That way you can lay on the ground, pull that spare tire out, especially when it's raining. I mean, fortunately for us, we pulled into a rest area and it had stopped raining, and it's been pretty hot outside, so the ground wasn't wet. But had it been raining, you don't want to be soaking wet, laying on the ground, trying to pull your spare tire off or fix the vehicle or whatever. So there's that, guys. So here's what I'm talking about. So normally when I buy these hardwire kits to install accessories, it always comes with these little trim tools. Keep these, throw them in your vehicles. You may not use it in your garage or whatever, but if you get these, throw them in your vehicles, so that way you always have something that when you need it, you got something. Same thing with these fuse pullers, these spare fuses. Keep those as well too. Build you a little kit, throw it in your vehicle. If you ever need one, you have that size. You can keep going. You don't have to stop. I mean, like for us, we're traveling on a holiday week. especially at night. You know, it's past time that the stores are closed. You won't have access to O'Reilly's or AutoZone or whatever to pull into, or even Walmart, depending on the day or whatever. You know, it's always best to have something available. So, and my suggestion, same thing with headlights. If you upgrade your headlights to LEDs, like, you know, customers, they'll have me install LEDs on there. They don't want these back. They don't have no use for them. So I'll keep these and throw them in, you know, put them back in the box. You got an extra box like this, or, you know, throw that little foam around there so that way they're protected. And or if you got a little case, throw them in the case, build your little kit, and you always have something available. Even though it's not an LED, it'll still fit in there. You can use it again, get you back on the road, get you home safely, and then once you get home, you can properly replace it back to whatever you want it to be.